So I know when I was first looking for a YouTube to makeup tutorial, it was very hard because a lot of them did not give literally step by step. They either showed, say what they were going to do and then did it and showed you, but they never actually showed you how they did it. So that's what I'm about to do. So first we're going to be using our Take Me Back to Brazil palette. I have this, which is a 7-piece all over eye set. I bought it at Kroger, $7.99. It's basically everything that you will need to do your eye. I have plenty of brushes, but I still grab like a small blending brush. Again, I got the other one from Kroger for less than $2, $2-3 for the one. So that's all you need, just so that you can see them again. There is a eyeliner, a smudger, a crease brush, an eyeshadow brush, an angle brow, an eyeliner, and of course, a spoodle. So the only other brush you're going to need today is like a small blending brush. Of course, I'm not going to be using that one. I'm going to be using a clean one, but that was the closest one I could grab to show you. Okay, today I'm going to be showing you how to do the rainbow eyes with this Take Me Back to Brazil palette. It is very nice. It has a lot of colors. It is like the James Charles palette. You have to build up the pigment. If you are wondering why yours may not be as dark as mine or some other people's, it's because you have to build the product, which is pack, blends, pack, blends, pack, blend. You don't have to. You can go with a duller look or a, but if you want a brighter look, not that it's dull, but if you want a brighter look, you have to pack. It's pigments. Not all of it is eyeshadow. Some of it is pigments. So that's why it says 35 pressed pigment, color pigment palette, which means it's pigment. Same thing as eyeshadow, you can pretty much use it. It's just for some people that are sensitive, it may stain your eye, it may irritate your eye, but if you don't have any problem with eyeshadow, then you're fine. The only thing I've had a problem with is the LA Colors Iced Out Pigment, the blue and the purple. Those are the only two I've ever had a problem with pressed pigments. And that's literally because I put them like right under my eye, which they say some pressed pigments you should not put in the corner or whatever. But I mean, if you're not sensitive, and normally I'm not, I just broke out that one time. So anyway, if you're wondering what those look like, I do have them right here. That's the one iced out pigment. That's what it looks like. There's two. Okay, so basically you're going to get you a brush. I'm going to start with a smaller brush, with a crease brush, because we are going to be working up in this area. Okay, so the first color you're going to grab is going to be your yellow. It's going to be this yellow right here in the middle. And basically, you're going to want to prime your eyes first. I'm about to get ahead of myself. I used the Morphe primer. You don't have to. You can use any primer. Before I got this one, I was using the Ulta brand. And before that, I was using the one that came in my kit from Family Dollar. So it really doesn't matter. You're literally just going to place it on. I used to rub it all in, but I have found that if you just kind of like pat it and then use a brush, it kind of works just a tiny bit better. So what I do now is I put it on like that, and you see me, Then I take a brush, which, hold on, let me get my brushes. I have a ton of brushes, but anyway, you just grab a flat brush, normally like that. It really doesn't matter because sometimes I actually use this brush. And you're just pressing it in to make sure it's everywhere that you need it. And I go all the way up, even though I'm probably not putting product way up there. I just do it in case because it helps the product blend in better or stick better. Okay, So I'm going to be doing both eyes at the same time. Even, I mean, you can do one then the other. It doesn't matter. I just do it like that. Like, you can tell the difference between this is lighter, this is darker. So this one does have like a little bit of color to it. You don't have to use, I have not heard that you have to use this with this palette. I know with the James Charles palette, he says you should, that it works better. So I've just come into the custom of just doing it, especially with pressed pigments. And it actually does help a little bit better. But you can use concealer. Some people use concealer. Some people use a base, which the primer, the eye primer and the base, they're kind of the same. At least I think so. Because I do have one that is a base, which I do like to mix with my concealer to cut my crease. And when I do that, I use this one right here, the NYX, and it's just eyeshadow base. Like, I don't know if you can see that. It's kind of, my camera doesn't, whatever, but it's just that. And when you open it, it is like a it looks white, but it's like a sparkly white when you get it out. So it's pretty. Anyway, going on, because we're already 6 minutes in. You're going to pick up what you had, the little bit of yellow, and you're going to start right here in the corner. And like, as you can see, look at that. You can already see it, and that's because we've already put down our primer or base. It just, and it does help the colors look brighter. So what I'm doing is just placing it where I want it. And then you can switch to another brush if this one is a little bit difficult. I just know so that I don't get it to go over a certain area. Like, I know I want it to stay in this pretty much area. So I start with this brush, okay? Then if you want to, you can move to a different brush. I really used to love this one because it is kind of angled. Don't pay no attention because I actually use this to like put my primer down yesterday to pat it down. So I used to use this one, and because it actually cups it pretty good, and then it normally gets it kind of where I want it. As you can see how much difference switching the brush made. Again. And the reason why I go in a few times is because I want it to be a brighter color. Of course, I didn't get any more products, the same product. You don't have to, I just do. Again. And there is a little fallout sometimes. So far, I haven't gotten any fallout, but if you're worried about fallout, I'm not, because I don't do my makeup first. You can always flick it or tap it on something to get the excess. I don't, because I want whatever's on there on me. Again, so we're talking about 4 times, basically. We have dipped it. And that color is beautiful. Okay, so now I'm just going to wipe this on my towel. Okay, still a tiny bit of product, but that's fine. Next, you're going to go into the orange. And the good thing about this eye is your 3 colors are right here: yellow, orange, red. So you won't be confused. It's boom, 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 right in a row. So you're just going to get some of the orange on there. You're going to place it right beside it. Again, if you want to, you can start with the little brush and go right in the crease. It's up to you. If you know where you're going to go, you don't have to. I just like to give the people that option. I'm going to just go in with this brush. And it doesn't matter how far down you get it because we're going to be cutting the crease. So that's just one dip. And you see there's still a little bit more product. But I'm going to go ahead and get some more. And I always place the color and then blend afterwards. So that's, I mean, it's your preference. You can blend it between each one if you want. But I lay the color and then I blend it. A lot of people do that. For one, I know Nikki Tutorials does. A lot of other big people do the same. They place it and then blend it. I'm just going to wipe off the excess. Again, just leaving just a little. And I'm going to go into the red, which of course, like I told you, is right beside the orange. It makes the tutorial longer, but I really like when they show each step. So you can tell that they're not doing anything extra, you know, so that when your look doesn't quite turn out like theirs and you're wondering why, you actually can see I'm not doing anything else. I haven't paused the video, anything. I will pause it because my husband's going to come pee. Hold on. So as you can tell, a little fallout did fall while we were whatever. So I'm just taking a Q-tip. I have lined it with a little bit of soap. And I am just going to rub that off and go in an angle. Like that. And it's okay, you know, because basically I'm just going to take that off anyway. But because I don't, you know, I normally do go on the lower lash line with maybe the same colors. I don't know about today. We'll see. So I still have the color on there. I still haven't done anything. I'm just thinking that it's kind of somewhat blended. The red is very whatever. It's very pigmented. I am going to go back into the orange just a little bit. Because I just don't want to lose that orange with the red already being placed. And then again with the yellow. But I'm thinking that's okay for right now. We're going to leave that. Now, this is when you're going to want a little blending brush. And you're just going to lightly blend. Blend, 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 blend. And you're going to want to blend the colors together. Just kind of at the top because we're doing a cut crease. You do lose some of the colors sometimes, so you do have to like go back in sometimes when that happens. So all I did was just dip one time into each color to kind of give it what it kind of lost doing it. You can use any kind of color to kind of blend. I'm not going to put any product on it. I'm just going to lightly blend it like that. And you will get a little bit on there. That's fine. So we're going to move to the next eye. So that when we come back, all we're doing is cut creasing. You're going to take the same brush. You're going to go to this side. this nice, pretty green right here. You're going to go green, blue, purple. So we're going to dip into our green. We're going to place it in the same place that the yellow is in this eye. So you're putting it right here. Basically. It's very pretty. Pretty green, but it is very light, so you do have to kind of work with it. So to start with, I'm gonna leave that just like that. God, that's still a lot of color on there. I'm gonna wipe off the excess. I'm gonna go straight into the blue, which is right next to it. It's very pretty teal, baby bluish. I love the color. It's so light and pretty. The only thing is, like, it is time consuming because as you see, we're almost 20 minutes in and we're still placing color, which is fine. Because some tutorials take longer than others. Now, what I have noticed is for some reason, I always start just a tiny bit higher on this side than this side. Maybe not. I think I got it just right with this brush. I'm going to clean off the brush just a little. And I'm going to go into the purple. Remember, the purple's not beside it. The purple's in right here. I wish this one had names to it. Other than that, I love the palette. So. So we're going to get ready to do the cut crease. I just want to make sure that the color is in there. It is. So if you think that you need more blue or you feel like you lost it, you can always definitely go back into it. Now we're going to cut our crease. Oh, we got to blend these, sorry. I'm trying to get ahead of myself. And I'm so sorry. Now after you blend, you normally do have to put more color. I never understood that, but and you're gonna lightly blend again. Very lightly, as you can see, I am barely doing light circles to get it in there. And there's, you can see the product. You can see I am doing it. Okay, now we're gonna cut our crease. So I am using just this regular CoverGirl. I normally mix it with the white. I don't know if I have enough time today, so I'm just not even going to try to mix it. I'm just going to cut the crease. You're going to want to use either a small brush like this, or you can use this one, which came in the little kit. Oh my god, the dog did something. The dog's always doing something to piss him off. Now, I always go slightly above because I have something that's called hooded eyes. So, I guess because I'm a bigger girl, my eye kind of, I have to do like above my crease because of it. And it took me a while to figure that out. Okay, I'm coming. So that's this cut crease. Now you're going to do your other eye. Product. Didn't put enough on my hand because I always put it on my hand. Okay, now you're gonna use, I'm gonna wipe that off, of course. Get my thing and I'll be ready. I'm just putting the glitter on. So now you are going to take the same. You're gonna take a smaller brush, like a small packing brush. You're gonna pack a little bit of the color on the bottom. Put the glitter. I hate this glitter. This is the only thing I hate, this glitter. This is from Ulta. It's not really that bad. It's just starts to like dry out if you don't use it a lot. And I don't use it a lot, so it starts to dry out. So you're just gonna put the glitter on there like that. And you're pretty much done with that side. You just have to do this one. So. Yellow. Just a little bit. Doesn't matter how fancy. Orange. You got my thing ready? Red. Then the glitter. Getting glitter all over me. Oh, because I'm in a hurry. You're done. What? Putting my stuff up. Find my date. And that's it.